in the QBO gym, and this is where we have numerous hands-on exercises that simulate real-life scenarios that you may encounter as a bookkeeper. Each month covers a variety of new topics and scenarios, and to make it a little bit easier for you, we break it down into 4 different sections. So if you are looking to work on your bookkeeping skills, this is the place for you. And if you want to do an entire month's worth of these all on your own, be sure to join our free 5-day bookkeeping challenge. All you need to do is click on the link in the description. But let's go ahead and get into today's exercise, which is coming from our October Year 1 warm-ups section. At the top here is an animated video that gives you a synopsis of what is going on in Craig's world this month. He is our fictitious business owner. Further down is an interactive pre-assessment quiz that relates to that video up above. Below that are the exercises in this section. And at the bottom here is an optional area where after you have gone through all of the exercises in this section and completed them, you will unlock some sample marketing posts that you can use on your LinkedIn to share with everyone what you have learned so far. So let's get into today's exercise where we are going to practice recording a cash payment. Go ahead and click on that link to have the exercise pull up for you. I have it here on the right side of my screen, so let's read through the scenario. Kathy from Cookies by Kathy stopped by the office to drop off a big cookie tray as a thank you to Craig and his team for all their help these last couple of months. While she was there, she paid her bill with cash and would like a printed receipt. Craig wants you to add the cash she paid to the petty cash account. You will need to be in the same session of the sample company that you did the previous exercise in. If you have not completed that one yet, go ahead and click on the link on the top right corner of your screen. That'll take you to that one, complete that one, and then come back to this one. I have the sample company here on the left side of my screen. This is the last page that I left off of from the previous exercise. So let's go ahead and get started with this one by recording the cash payment Kathy made on her account. So let's go ahead and click on the plus new button and then click on receive payment. So the plus new button is on the top left corner of the screen. Click on that and then under customers, select receive payment. Let's go ahead and fill this out. In the customer field, we're going to select Cookies by Kathy. So click the down arrow. You can either start typing or you can scroll to find her name. Once you do, go ahead and click on it. We are going to leave the payment date as is. It will default to today. Yours may look different than what is on my screen, and that's perfectly fine. For the purposes of this exercise, this is fine, but in real life, you want to make sure this payment date matches the date that Kathy actually made the payment. So in the payment method field, we want to select cash since that is how she paid. So go ahead and click on that. In the deposit to field, we want to select undeposited funds. So go ahead and click on that down arrow, select undeposited funds, which is the last one there. Now note that if there was already a petty cash or cash on hand account in the chart of accounts, you would choose that account here, but there isn't one. Record Kathy's payment first, and then we will work on setting up that account. So in the amount received field, we're going to type 75, which is right here. So click into it, type 75. When you hit the tab key over, you will see that QBO is automatically checking the matching transaction. It is showing that the payment is 75, which happens to also match the open balance. So now she wanted a receipt. So we want to click on print on the bottom in the middle of that black bar. Go ahead and click on that. And note that if Kathy wanted an email receipt for her payment, you could just click on save and send to initiate that email. But since she wanted a printed receipt, this is how we would go about it. You would click on the print button in the previous step, clicking on the print button in the previous step will launch this print preview screen. Now to continue printing the receipt for Kathy, you would click on the print button here as well. This will open the receipt in another window. Note that your print preview may look a little bit different than what you see here depending on your browser. For the purpose of this exercise, you can print it if you would like to actually see what it looks like, or you can just proceed to the next step like I'm about to do. So if you want to actually print it and see what it looks like, you can go ahead and click on this print and then follow the prompts after that. But I'm just going to go ahead and click on close. That is behind my video screen here, but it's on the bottom left corner. Go ahead and click on that. And again, if you wanted to actually send it, you could click on this down arrow and click on save and send, and it would initiate the emailed receipt to Kathy. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to save and close. So click on that green button. Alternatively, you could have clicked on the X on the top right corner, but it is best practice to always save it again, just in case for whatever reason it doesn't save. Just doing that extra step will help. All right, so if you were receiving a payment but closed out of it and you are not sure if the transaction went through, you could check the activity for that particular invoice. So here's how you would do it. First, you'll need to locate the invoice in question. There are many ways to do that, but for this example, we're going to go through the customer list. So if you are not already on this page, you would hover over from the left navigation bar, hover over customers and leads, and then select customers. I am still on this page from the last exercise. So all I need to do now is just scroll down until I find the customer on the list. We're going to use Cookies by Kathy. So let's go ahead and click on her name right here. And once you do, this is going to show you a list of all of the invoices. Oh, there's a pop-up. If you get a pop-up, just go ahead and click out of them. This will give you a list of the invoices for the particular customer. For the case of Kathy, there is only one invoice right here. I'm going to go ahead and collapse this. If you want to, you can do so as well. You would just click on these three lines in the arrow to open up the screen and collapse that bar. So we're going to click on the line item for the invoice in question. So in this example, it's going to be this one, this Cookies by Kathy. So go ahead and click on it. And once you do, you will see that there is this side panel that will open up and it will give you the history of that invoice. In the invoice activity section of the panel, it shows you if, when it was opened by Kathy and the details of the payment, if any. So you would be able to see if this was sent to her electronically. You would be able to see if she actually opened it or not, which it was. The invoice was sent because you can see that it was opened here. So that is just how you would have an idea of how you can see the activity on a particular invoice. So now that Kathy has left, you tell Craig that since he doesn't already have a petty cash system in place, you have some suggestions about setting up and handling the petty cash account. He needs to have a good process in place to manage his cash and ensure everything is tracked accurately. Craig replies that you said the magic word cash and he is eager to hear how he can help, which we will cover in the next exercise. But that is how you would record a cash payments. Now, if you like this exercise and you'd like to do more like it, be sure to join our free 5-day bookkeeping challenge. All you need to do is click on the link in the description. We're going to continue on, and if you want to join, be sure to leave this session of the sample company open, as you will need it for the next exercise where we practice setting up petty cash. And I will see you in the next video.